This is language for fourth grade for lesson 131, and we will be needing our language book, page 202, so you can have that ready to go. So if you need to pause the video, go ahead and do that. All right. This is a looking back section, so there's a lot of review. And tomorrow, or the next lesson that you have, there is a language quiz, and that's over adjectives and adverbs and knowing the difference between them and their use in a sentence. Okay, so we are going to begin with some review that's on the board. We have a few sentences, and I'm going to step to the side so that you can read them. All right, Anna and I or me talked quietly. Okay, which pronoun are we going to use in this sentence? Anna and I talked quietly, or Anna and me talked quietly? If you said I, then you would be correct. Okay, so I'm going to circle that. One of the ways we can check this is to take out the second part of the subject and just say this part to by itself. So I talked quietly, or me talked quietly. You can tell then that I sounds better. Okay, in the second sentence, grandmother gave we or us each a new book. Okay, grandmother gave we each a new book, or grandmother gave us each a new book. All right, that would be us. Grandmother gave us each a new book. You can also check this by, remember our pronoun chart, and it has the first column is subjective, the second is objective, and then we have possessive. And if it's the subjective, that goes in the subject place, or it can replace, or it's in the second, it's the predicate nominative in the second half of the sentence if it's there. Okay, but if it's an object, which would be me, us, them, that column, I'm sorry, I totally blanked on that. But the second column, the objective, it's in the object place. So this would be an indirect object. Book would be our direct object. But in this sentence, this is a subject. So if you can check the place that it is the job that it's doing in the sentence, you can also tell which one it is. Okay, and number 3, this one might be a little tricky because they sound very much the same. Kim's brother took their or their dog to the vet. Which their would we use? And I want to make sure you can see that. Okay, a little bit. Okay, their T-H-E-I-R or their T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E. Remember, we can check this one by saying they are. So let's try that. Kim's brother took they are dog to the vet. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. So we know that it wouldn't be this one. It would be this there, okay? So their being the possessive pronoun for their dog, okay? And then the last sentence, Randy sits between you and I or me. Okay, what would it be I or me? Okay, if we said it with just one at a time, Randy sits between you and I, or Randy sits between you and me, they could both sound correct, but if we look here, we have the word between, and does anybody know what type of word this is? The 6th graders are learning this, and we've started a little bit with the 4th graders. This is a preposition, and so a preposition means that these two words back here, or the you and I or me, is the object of the preposition. So if we need an object, which one do we use? I or me? It would be me, okay? Me is our objective case pronoun, so Randy sits between you and me would be the correct way to say that. Okay, let's take a look at your page so that you know what you're doing. Okay, let me just move this a little bit. Okay, so page 202, we're going to be doing all the exercises on this page. So think A says find the error in capitalization or punctuation in each sentence. Be able to explain the error to your teacher. or you can explain this to your parents. Okay, so you're going to go through this, and in the first one, let's do the first one together. My name is Charlotte, said the spider to Wilbur. Okay, so what is missing in either capitalization or punctuation in this sentence? If you notice that it says, said the spider to Wilbur, it is a quotation. So my name is Charlotte should be in quotation marks. So you should have the two quotation marks at the beginning of before my and the two quotation marks after Charlotte to show that this was being, that this is said by the spider. Okay. Moving on to write B, you'll do the rest of those problems by yourself, and write B says make good sentences by rewriting the following fragments and run together sentences. Add any necessary punctuation and capital letters as well. Number 1 says the car and truck in the driveway. That doesn't really make a complete sentence because it doesn't have everything that a sentence needs. A sentence needs a subject and a verb, and it needs to make a complete thought. And that doesn't really make a complete thought. So go ahead and add what you think would need to go in there. It could be as small as one word, or if you wanted to make a little bit longer sentence, you may do that. And then in Think See, underline the verbs 2 times, the subject 1 time, and circle the adjectives. And this does include the articles. We skipped the articles with, I'm sorry, that was a 6th grade lesson. But we do include the articles a, and the in this. And so number 1, we'll do it together. The fertile river valley grows bountiful crops. First of all, we need to underline our verb twice and our subject once. What is the verb? Yes, grows is the verb. And if you didn't get that right, just go ahead and mark grows as your verb. Underline that 2 times. And what grows? What is our subject? It would be valley. Valley grows. And so you're going to underline valley once. We've underlined grows twice. And now we're going to circle every adjective that we find in this sentence. Okay, so valley is a noun. So is there anything that describes a valley? Yes, we've got river, river valley, fertile, fertile valley, and the valley. Those 3 words in front of valley all need to be circled as adjectives. And then there's one more adjective because there's one more noun in this sentence. What does the valley grow? It grows crops. And crops is a noun. Bountiful describes crops. So you should have in this first sentence, the fertile valley, the fertile river circled, and then bountiful circled, valley underlined once, and grows underlined twice. We don't need to do anything to crops, and then you're going to continue and finish that section as well. You may go back and work on these. Remember that there is a quiz tomorrow, so don't forget to know these well from the last few pages. So you want to make sure that you know how to use good and well for the quiz. And so just review, I would review pages 200 to 202 for that quiz. And then when you're ready, you may tell your parents that you can take it. See you next time.